Bike handlebar extension customizable. If you have a 3D printer, you will be familiar with it. What can you make with it? Question and the obligatory follow-up. That's nice, but can you make anything else besides toys? This handlebar extension allows you to put extra bags on your bike and is a good example of functional 3D printing. In this instructable, I will review the main design requirements and why they make it a good candidate for additive manufacturing. As always, if you want to print it for yourself, you can get the STL tailored for your bike using S2L75 and online customizer. Supplies: 3D printer. Step 1: Design requirements. Distance, handle, tube, width, height, bolt. The first issue is how to attach the beam securely to the handlebars, since we want to hold the bag at a distance from the handlebar. Additionally, since it's goods on a bike, it would be nice if it was super heavy. As a reference, ready-to-buy alternatives are usually made in titanium and weight. They are quite expensive though, about $100. Step 2: Why 3D printing? Clamp designing the attachment. To attach the beams to the handlebar, I have chosen a clamp designer where two parts come together in the exact shape of the tube. Note that this is only possible because 3D printing allows to customize the clamp to the exact measures of the handlebars. Handlebars do not have standard diameters and are often tapered, with the center section thicker than the outer ones. Therefore, without customization, we would need to redesign a component for every bike, which seems a waste of time. Lightweight design. Looking at the beam, it might remind you of the structure of a cane or some industrial machinery. That's not accident. Triangles are very stiff elements, so the overall result is a rigid but machined beam. 3D printing makes it a lot easier to produce such complex geometries without too much effort. Imagine trying to make a similar structure out of wood or welded metal. Maybe you could do, but it will 3D printing makes it too easier to produce such complex geometries without too much effort. Imagine trying to make a similar structure out of wood or welded material. Maybe you could do it, but it will take a lot more work than just hitting print. Overall, I am quite happy with the result. It seems to hold up well. It was a lot cheaper than buying it, and if I change bike or handlebar, I can just print a new one. If you do like to print, I have made SL75 an online customizer to allow tailor if you bike and your 3D printed. Thanks for reading until now. Printing time. It's a large print, so it takes a while. On my printer, it was about 4 hours for each beam. Weight. In the end, the total mass of the two beams came at about 90 grams, so very similar to the commercially available alternative material. Since this is to be used outside, you might want to use a material that won't bake in the sun, like ASA, which has very good ultraviolet resistance properties. On the other hand, I have used PLA because that was all I had laying around, and it held up fine in the Italian summer. Slipping attachment. To increase friction between the clamping part and the handlebar, I have put a section of an air tube between the two. It seems to work well, but maybe it's not necessary for you. Thank you.